Hello guys, welcome everyone to Mando Monday, episode 10. It's crazy to believe we've been doing this for 10 weeks now, but this is a very fun series I started here a little while ago. If you guys enjoy it, leave a thumbs up. And this is the series where you guys ask the questions and I answer them. This could be to do with anything revolved around Counter-Strike Global Offensive content, future video ideas, best investments, future operations stuff, or what I think of the current climate of a certain game or a certain situation in gaming possibly, or anything to do with anything. And if you guys have a comment, specifically one asked or possibly answered in next week's video, you can leave it down in the comments, hashtag or ask Mando, and then ask your question. Without further ado, let's hop right into the video. Now, just a little reminder and warning for some people, they might not want to listen to this because this is not always what I cover, but this is going to be some CSGO drama. And this is going to be probably a 5 to 6 minute segment here, and then we're going to get into the actual Ask Mando stuff. I just felt like this would be good in a video like this rather than its own, to not shed its own light on it. So I will leave timestamps in the description if you guys do not want to watch the drama, but if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, there you are. It's nothing too crazy, but I feel like it should be covered in some sort of video, and I'm not using anyone's names for attention purposes because I don't want anyone to get any attention.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, some Counter-Strike Global Offensive juicy drama. Now, this is something I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on. I don't want to spend a whole lot of light on it. I also didn't want to make it its own video, but I feel like it has to be discussed in today's video because I think this is getting blown out of proportion, blown out of hand. People need to go back to school and learn the definitions of market manipulation, clickbait. And part of the reason I'm not going to be using any names, because I do think some of the people that make some of this stuff and make some of these comments are people who want attention. And that's what they get, but usually not in the best light. So I'm not going to be using any names as of today. And the other day, it's specifically what sparked this is I was just going through Twitter and, I never really cover any content on this because I don't see the point in it. It usually just comes and goes. But people have been talking about recently with my recent sticker videos that I make, where essentially do an overview of a certain year's stickers for a major. This one was Cologne 2014. I've made ones on DreamHack 2014, Atlanta 2017, Boston 2018. I've made ones on the PGL stickers, RMR, and many others. And this has also made me kind of reconsider doing investing videos here on the channel, because I do think with someone of my size on YouTube, with the amount of views I pull in and the subscribers I have, I could have some sort of influence on the market even when I don't even realize it. But this was not an instance of that specifically. But covering up the names and whatever on here, we're just gonna go over a quick overview of what this tweet said. So he posted a video, or a little picture of my thumbnail that I had with the Cologne 2014 video. I mean, it's pretty reasonable, right? It says cheap and sweet. We have an AK with Dignitas hollows because of those most expensive stickers from that year. Obviously, those aren't the cheap and sweet ones, but those are on there. And then I have two paper stickers that I think look cheap and sweet, which I think they are, and most of the people agree with that. Cologne 2014, best looking paper stickers of all time, ? Overview and investing, CSGO investing. Now with this series, we don't even necessarily talk about these as an investment. We mostly talk about how these look overall. We don't necessarily talk about the quantity. We do, and we also look at the price of them compared to other stickers that look very similar to them for other years. Now Cologne 2014, this is not something I've collected myself, and I wish people would watch the actual video rather than just comment on something like this specifically. So I just wanted to talk about this. YouTubers fake advertising some very garbage investments so they can pump and dump prices on other people's backs. Not the greatest English, but we'll keep going with it. The guy even included Dignitas hollows on the AK, but he is mentioning paper stickers. He got me effed up, not gonna lie. So this man obviously does not understand market manipulation and the title of clickbait. Clickbait is supposed to be clickbait. That's the name of it for a reason. You're supposed to feel like you have to click on a video because it's baiting you into it, which is part of the video. This is talking about Cologne 2014. This would be very clickbait if I talked about, Atlanta 2017 or the PGL stuff, or even RMR instead of Cologne 2014, but we're actually talking about Cologne 2014. Do an overview of all the stickers, paper and hollow and foil. I do think the hollows and especially the paper stickers this year look absolutely amazing for what they are. And it just kind of really sparked my attention, man. It kind of made me a little upset with this, I'm not gonna lie. Because it's kind of sparked my attention to the point where I don't know if I want to make investing videos anymore on CS. I've already kind of strayed away for the past couple weeks of making investment videos, like guides anymore. I don't really deem those as very good content anymore for Counter-Strike, as well as a Counter-Strike Global Offensive investment guide and just investing in CS in general. One, you're dealing with people who comment on this, the type of people who would comment on this are usually people with $4 to $5 inventories, and the majority of haters are people who lost money on RMR, and that's just your battles on CSGO. Especially with investing. You win some, you lose some, especially you're not going to win every single one, especially in a game like Counter-Strike where investing is not the main thing of Valve's needs and what they want every day for everybody. This is something where you can buy skins. They can fluctuate in price. People hate the saying of this when I talk about it, but one update in Counter-Strike could literally break trading. Gambling every day is getting worse and worse here. Last year, I made a video on this on the start of this channel, Valentine's Day for an example. Despicable Me characters were holding Counter-Strike Global Offensive skins. This is something that could literally get Counter-Strike skins and just Counter-Strike trade banned in general. Like, you could only use the community market, or they could make some sort of new update revolving around that. So investing into CS is already very risky, and investing in listening to an investment guide 1-for-1 is not the best decision. I've always talked about that. You should never go for 1-for-1 what someone's talking about. You should also do your own research, but we're giving you ideas on what you could invest in, especially for your budget, asking for in the comment section, or we're talking about in the video specifically. What are your guys' thoughts on this situation? And I really just wanted to cover it. I'm not going to make another video on this anytime soon. And if you don't like my content, you know, I've said this before, you don't have to watch it. You can leave, the doors right there. I don't see the point of you wasting my time and your own time, which if you want to waste your time giving me views, go right ahead, ladies and gentlemen, for the haters anyway. My content is not the most generic CSGO content, and that's what I think differs me in the community. I don't always go off facts and numbers. I go off experience inside of CS. I've been in the community for a very long time. I made my money with investments. If that's so with cases, with older stickers, with knives, major investing, done it all. So I share my experience with it, and when I think of what an individual item looks like for the future, rather than some of the time talking about numbers specifically backing it. And this has helped me a lot of the time, especially with newer cases that have been added to the non-primary drop pool, like the Danger Zone case and Prisma case, which people thought these were great investments last year. And this is a whole video I made on called the shill video, talking about how people were shills, calling the Prisma case a really good investment for a very short-term thing. Yet Bs haven't really gone over 6 cents in the past year. It doesn't really make any sense to make a video like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the little spiel. Sorry for you guys who don't like drama. I really had to discuss it in today's video. It really triggered me. And I appreciate you guys who stick around to the end of the videos, comment on the videos, and like them. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot. And I think going forward, we're going to make Counter-Strike investment videos, but I think we're going to stray away from the guides for sure. Maybe when a new operation comes out or an operation's ending, we'll make some sort of guide talking about that. But for like budget guides for 20 bucks and whatnot, I don't know if we're going to be doing that anymore. And maybe for protecting myself in the future, if we want to make a video talking about an individual item, we'll just take investing out of the title entirely, just so people aren't confused by that. And so I don't receive comments like that, but people are that stupid and they will still comment on that individual thing without doing any research, without watching the video.
Now, our first question up here is from Hawk, of course. This guy always commented on the channel. I really do appreciate it, my man. He says, ask Mando, what do you think about the current price trend of the tier 6 stickers? I bought a few of them and they're having huge price increases. I'm really unsure when to sell them. Well, usually what happens at the end of an operation, skins and stickers, especially the stickers, we saw this with Broken Fang. I mean, the battle card holos hit 7.5 euros at one given point in time last year. So I think we could see a very similar price trend here in the future. Obviously, there's so many stickers with Operation Riptide, and I know we're taking a little longer approach to the question, but I'm getting to it. I just want to answer a few things on the way there that some people might have a question on. With Riptide having so many stickers this year, right? You have so many different sticker collections, which is really, really awesome. I like that. But the only problem with that is it's going to be hard for people to choose their stickers to invest in and to buy for an investment, because there's so many different options, right? People are going to pick their stars on different ones, and then when they do, there's 4 options in that one category, like the tier 6 stickers. I think these have really seen a popularity increase as of recently, which is really, really good. And I think that's due to the fact that people are kind of realizing the Riptide stickers look really, really good. We did at the very beginning, but I think people might just be noticing that now. We could also be seeing some FOMO revolved into the round of that, and I think we will kind of see that into the future as well. I think after the operation ends, I mean, there's no reason for these stickers and a lot of these skins to drop in price, but I think we could see a price decrease in the market here very, very soon. If you want to play it safe, you could sell them now. I would definitely say before they go absolutely crazy, they are going to drop a little bit. That's usually what happens with stickers like this. And this also will be covered in its own video, probably more in depth tomorrow in a market update. So if you're interested in that, check that out. These stickers as of recently, I mean, the Miami tier 6, this has gone to $7.70. The rest of them are, you know, decent, right? You have 98 quantity to 130 quantity, $3, $4 maximum for the flame tier. Mainly the Miami tier sticker has really gone up in value. And I've talked about how I'm investing in this individually over all the other ones because I think it looks the best, especially for what you're getting. And I think we don't get a lot of stickers that look like that for the future as well, which could be very, very interesting. So if you feel comfortable with the profit you made, dude, you could sell and get on forward with your life. Next question. We're just gonna call you Julia, okay? Yes, are battle scarred holos still worth picking up for €3? So battle scarred holos recently really haven't moved too much on the market. I think there's so much attention on so many other items right now, especially with the Stockholm Challenger stuff and just Stockholm stuff in general, because obviously that's going up like crazy in value and people's eyes aren't on this, but I think it could be a really good investment in the future. Now, if you can find these for $3 or under $3 on the market, these are really, really good pickups in my opinion for the future. I don't see these dropping honestly below like 2.9 to 2.7 euros really ever again. I think it is possible, but that's not a whole lot to lose on that kind of profit. You kind of have to play a risk versus reward here. We're kind of in a middle ground with a lot of items. I want to make a video on this as well this week or in the future if it's a good time to buy in, because things are kind of high in value, but things are also becoming the new norm for a lot of things. People, I think, aren't really expecting inflation, which it's hitting the CS market, and some things are getting inflated right now, naturally and non-naturally. And I think the Battlescarred Hollow will probably sit at $3 and $4 for a very long time, just at a regular price until we see a little jump. So overall, yeah, I do think it's a decent idea to pick these up for $3 if you haven't already. Once again, I'd budget that out. I wouldn't spend all your money on these individually because they are kind of already high a little bit in price. Next question or comment, I would say, from William Lewis up here. He says, I haven't seen much going on for Chinese New Year. This is something I actually commented on and talked about and hearted individually for this comment, and I have to agree with him. I think Chinese New Year hasn't really been the best profit we've seen, especially for CS investing. But what has been great is the stuff leading up to Chinese New Year. I mean, the lead up to Chinese New Year for Counter-Strike Global Offensive and just CS investing was absolutely crazy. We saw cases go absolutely bonkers. We saw things like the RIPTIDE case go to 70 cents, which was crazy. I never thought we'd ever even see that ever again, even with the Dreams and Nightmares case with a case with other knives in it. Never thought I was going to see the day where we saw Op Asimov's field tested go for over $120. Never thought we'd see Phoenix cases go for over $1, at least in the near future, and revolver cases going to 15 cents too. And this was all during the buildup of Chinese New Year as well. This wasn't just for Chinese New Year, which we have seen other items, especially stuff from RIPTIDE, which I think it's a lot to do with RIPTIDE ending, as well as the PGL Major stuff going on. And that kind of leads us into the point where it was very situational this year because we had so much stuff going on all at once. We had Chinese New Year, we had Operation RIPTIDE, we had Dreams and Nightmares come out, and we had Stockholm stuff finally leaving right before this came out, which was Dreams and Nightmares, which was Chinese New Year. So there's a lot of different things people could have bought at the exact same time, and usually for Chinese New Year, the newer things always usually go up in price, and that seemed to be the case, but it was really hard this year for certain individual items to go up because there's so much stuff going on. Even with that said, RIPTIDE was pretty good as an investment, especially the sticker side of things, which you usually see at the end of an operation, which is very good. Stockholm stuff is better than we've probably ever thought it was going to be from the beginning, which is really, really good. I think for the ongoing months, it's going to be really good for people to buy into the market because it's going to be a little cheap, and I think it's going to be great for people to sell items as well because I think it's going to be certainly be expensive for some individual items as well. Our next question up here from Rihan asks, man, is now a good time to sell case investments, Spectrum especially? Now, if we're talking about the regular Spectrum case, I mean, these things have gone to 70 cents. It's taken a little while, but slowly but surely they have actually hit 70 cents as of right now, which is very, very good for 33,000 quantity, and Spectrum 2 is 39 cents. For Spectrum 1 and Spectrum 2, these are both old cases. Especially the Spectrum 1 has really, really good skins in it. The AK Bloodsport and USPS Neo Noir, I think they're very, very good. I think they're not the greatest investments, but I think it's going to be something that holds this case together as well as the knives into the future. Now, it really depends what you bought them at. If you've been holding these for like a year or two, then yeah, you could sell them right now, make some profit, move on to something else if that's what you're doing. But this case has no reason to go down really into the future. I would say part of the reason it hasn't really gone up anymore is because there's so many other investing options right now into CS, and obviously you have new butterfly knives and new stuff out, which is part of the reason some of the Spectrum stuff hasn't gone up as much as we originally thought because of the Dreams and Nightmares knives that came out kind of re-released from RIPTIDE, or ways to get those. So it really depends. If you bought these early on, I think you should sell them, but if you bought them recently, there's no really a point to sell them. I would just keep holding until these keep going a little higher. Next question up from PC, what is the best case to invest with 20 euro to spare? Now I have a few videos about this recently. I have a whole investing guide for cases individually. I have tiers. I have the cheaper than dirt tier, which is like the Danger Zone, the Prisma, the Horizon, and the very cheap cases you are going to want to sit on, including the revolver case, which is in the mix of that and the next category, which that is looking like some of the best options to and for people to invest in, especially for a very cheap price, is the revolver case and the Chroma 3 case and the clutch case. And for the higher tier category, you have the Hydra, the Breakout, the Bravo, the Glove, and Breakout case, which I think those are all very, very good. Obviously, you have things like the Spectrum case, Gamma case, and without taking up this entire video's length, I would suggest go watching that, which will be linked down in the description below. And that will answer all your questions. Our next question up here from Leela. He or she or this person asked Mando, future of capsules for Stockholm, specifically sell or wait. Now, if you guys don't know what's happening with this is a video going to be happening tomorrow in the market update talking about what's going on with Stockholm stuff, because this stuff is going absolutely crazy right now on the market. And I think it deserves some sort of attention as of right now. We're seeing Challengers capsules right now go for 48 cents for 7,000 quantity on the market. This probably has a lot to do with FOMO. It also has a lot to do with the demand for some of these stickers. A lot of these foils and especially patches this year are really taking off, and some of the holos as well. Like the mouse foil is going absolutely crazy. 35 quantity, $5.69. They're really good looking stickers. Same with the holos. And I think with everything going down in quantity and things going up in price, people are falling into FOMO, people are falling into quick selling, panic selling. And with that, I think we're seeing this capsule go up more and more, and I think it's going to keep going up as of right now as well. But that's, only time will tell with this individually. I think there's going to be a lot more in people's inventories that they just bring out randomly in the next little while that they list in the Steam market, but we don't really know all too much about that. And for the rest of these capsules, I mean, they're going to have a future, I think, but it's going to take a little while, and I think some of these might go down a little more in price, especially the Challengers one. I think that will fall a little bit. So if you want to play it safe, you can make your money, especially if you invest it into Challengers, go for it. I mean, that's really good profit. I think with capsule investing and major investing, you don't have a whole lot to lose considering how cheap the items are, and it's very risky to invest in the first place. So I would go ahead and keep them. But if you really want to play it safe and you bought quite a few of them, you want to make the profit and just move on, you could sell them as of right now as well. Really up to you right there. That's all your questions for this video for this week. If you guys have any more, once again, for next week's video, leave your comment down below, ask Mando, ask your question, may or may not be answered in next week's video. Once again, sorry for the little drama spiel at the beginning. I just needed to get that out there and put that in a video, not on its own. Hopefully you have a good day. Stay positive, stay sexy. I'm out, guys.